Why? And how can we make sure it doesn't happen again? Who knows when anyone will ever feel safe?
Welcome to 𝗕𝗘𝗏, the Settled Systems' premier financial institution. Have you tried one of our advanced...
You're listening to the Settled Systems News.
Well, since we had a chance to catch up.
Something I can do for you, love. Again. Look, you can tell Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗚𝗏 that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh. I'm afraid I've stepped right into it again. Damn. You aren't here about Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗚𝗏's debt to 𝗕𝗘𝗏. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst. I'm not sure. I think he's afraid that I won't be here, and he'll have to deal with my father. Someone who has a lot less patience than I do. Just a few weeks ago, he paid some poor fella to come up here and request a bit more time to pay back his debt. So I snapped at you like that. I thought he'd done it again. That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game. It's a shop over in Akuchi Market. You know, the plaza next to Ryujin Tower? They sell all sorts of mining supplies and raw materials. It's a fine little shop, well-stocked and immaculate. Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 is the owner. He's a lovely, lovely man. But his aspirations are one grav jump longer than his business instincts. If only you knew. Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 owes a substantial debt to 𝗕𝗘𝗏. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall. For now, but let's not mistake my position for what it really is. A test set out by my father. He's set to retire in a few years, and I'm his only next of kin. But I'm guessing he's not sure if I'm ready to take over the company. So he shuttles me out here for two reasons. One, to flash a friendly face for our clients he flies out here as a perk. And two, gets his firebrand of a daughter as far away from him as possible. He's a real piece of work. Because my father has a ridiculous sense of humor, and I can't stand the name Clover. I mean, seriously, Clover? Our family's Irish, for God's sake. I don't think he could have possibly been more on the nose with that name. Ha ha, very funny, Dad. Niall? Oh, he's the CEO of 𝗕𝗘𝗏𝗏. The whole blessed thing. If you asked him, he'd claim he started the company with next to nothing and built it into a megacorp in under 30 years. Truth is, he tends to forget the multi-million credit trust he tapped into as a crutch. But that's my father for you. We're a tech company that primarily specializes in mining operations. We handle everything from individual standalone units to fully engineered outpost systems. Basically, if it's made of rock, our gear chews it. Might not be as glamorous as some of the other corps in this building, but it pays the bills. You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you. Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. 𝗕𝗡𝗑𝗦. He's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you? That is a rather personal question, and I would prefer we kept things professional, if you don't mind. It's a substantial amount of credits. I couldn't allow you to do that. Just talk to him. Get him to accept my help. And I'll do the rest. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise. When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system. But it's clearly backfired. A poor man. Have a fine day.
Ranger.
Are you supposed to be here?
Are you gonna let me work, or are you gonna keep bothering me?
What do you want to do for the break later?
I don't know, but I gotta go.
Sorry, I'm busy at
It's
the
been
moment.
non-stop interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break. My desk listening to Cody eat with his mouth open.
One of those days, huh?
More like one of those months. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to 𝗕𝗘𝗏 right now.
Yeah? I'll go with you. We can pick up an extra for Chloe if she asks.
I'm glad I ended up at 𝗕𝗘𝗏. Miss McKenna treats her employees like family.
What? I'm working here?
Enhance your life. Here at Enhance, we offer full range of
Live your best life. We'll be here when you're ready.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
It's a wonderful day, my friend. Thank you for handing out those flyers. I think it's still a little early to tell if it was a true success, but I have noticed that business has improved a bit so far. Hopefully, business continues to get better. I am confident that it will, and I look forward to it.
Oh, she did. Miss McKenna is very kind, but I cannot accept. It is my responsibility to pay the loan. If I cannot, then what happens, happens. Really? Let me take a look. Oh, I did not know she felt this way. She is always so professional. I thought she did not like me. That is why I have sent proxies to negotiate my debt.
And I like her.
Oh, that came out wrong. What I meant to say was, I respect her business acumen.
Look at me. My palms are sweating. Regardless, you have done me a service, and for that, I thank you. You can tell Miss McKenna, I mean Chloe, that I accept her offer. I do have feelings for her, and maybe now I will have the courage to tell her. I know they say never to mix business with pleasure, but there are always exceptions. Farewell, my friend, and tell everyone we have plenty of mining supplies in stock.
But here at Reliant Medical, we're on Neon. Our beds are comfortable and affordable. Now is the time to enhance your life.
Clover McKenna, at your service. That's fantastic. I was worried he'd take it the wrong way, so I'm glad you were able to convince him. I'll arrange for the funds to be transferred immediately. Hopefully Father will forgive the late fees. And if he doesn't, I can always reimburse them when he retires. In any case, thank you. And here, for your efforts.
One quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
Technology Corporation in the settled systems.
Hey.
You're out there a lot, right? In space?
You look like you could
never
use a
turned to one of
drink.
those spacers.
One day, 盛ью will slip, and everyone he has bled will get revenge. But, for now, it's a lot safer, easier. But 20% of our earnings hurts. Good, because I could always use more. Go work another shift at Xenofresh and meet with your contact. Then, bring me back that package.
Hello there. Welcome to 𝗓𝗔𝗓𝗓 Tower, the beating heart of 𝗓𝗔𝗓 Industries. I'm Jupiter, the tower's secretary. Can I help you with something? We're the largest corporation in the Freestar Collective. We deal in everything from refreshments to starships. We're best known for our 𝗕𝗠𝗦𝗘𝗏 technology. If you're curious about it, we have a selection on display at the 𝗓𝗔𝗓 store near the back of the lobby. Is there anything else I can help you with? The public can visit our 𝗕𝗘𝗏𝗃, Tranquility, and drone sales offices upstairs. All are worth visiting. The tower also serves as 𝗓𝗔𝗓's corporate headquarters and is home to our research and development team. But unfortunately, those areas are restricted. Wonderful. It's always nice to meet a potential coworker. Miss Salzo will be conducting your interview today. You'll find her office upstairs. You'll find Miss Salzo's office on the operations floor. Just take the elevator at the back of the lobby. And don't forget to check out the 𝗓𝗔𝗓 Industries store in the back of the lobby before you leave. No visit to 𝗓𝗔𝗓 Tower is complete without a look at our patented 𝗕𝗠𝗦𝗃𝗏 technology, after all.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let 𝗓𝗔𝗓 Industries help you get there. Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
There's nothing better for erasing the stresses of a hard day's work than a cup of easy sleep tea. Welcome to Tranquility, your new favorite spot to refresh and escape from the hustle and bustle of Neon. I'm Delilah. Please let me know if you need any help or product recommendations. Is this your first time visiting 𝗓𝗔𝗓 Tower? Oh yeah? I can't imagine what it would be like growing up here. I've only been in Neon a year, and it's already wearing on me a bit. It's unique, all right. I'm hoping I just need a little more time to acclimate. Feel free to stop by for a chat anytime. You seem like an interesting person, and small talk goes nicely with a good cup of tea. No, I'm not. I'm from a small farming settlement in a nearby system. Funnily enough, the farms my community maintains supply some of Tranquility's tea leaves. I grew up watching the ships and traders come in from Neon, and wishing I could get on one and see the city for myself. It seemed like such a fascinating place. I don't know, honestly. I never really wanted to be a farmer, so there's not much waiting for me back home. But I can't see myself living in Neon permanently. Maybe I'll get lucky and Tranquility will open a new office somewhere else. I'd be the first to sign up for a transfer. Sometimes, yeah. I didn't know anyone when I moved here, so I was really lonely. The town I'm from is tiny, so I knew almost everyone. It was a big change. Not exactly. Everyone here is busy and stressed, and there's a lot of crime. The stories I grew up with made Neon seem like paradise, but it really isn't. I'm just happy to work for a company that puts smiles on people's faces. It seems like most people here could use one. That's probably for the best. I don't think the galaxy could handle more than one city like this one. Oh, Tranquility is the settled system's #1 tea brand. We have a tea for pretty much any occasion, in a variety of standard and unique blends. If you'd like more information, you should visit our sales office upstairs. I have some great products available today. Stop by anytime you want a cup of tea.
Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk. To challenge your instincts and
I have some excellent weapons on sale today.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow. Submit your application now.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. The name's Ken. Let me know if you have any questions. I know these weapons like the back of my hand. Any self-respecting corporation should, right? What brings you to Ryujin Tower today? Oh, good luck. Hopefully they'll hire you, and we can stop listening to this non-stop audio ad. Don't be so surprised. Ryujin Tower's got a little of everything. Besides, here at Arbron, our goal is to provide safety and protection for our customers. That's why we're the only brand to carry our very own non-lethal weapons, the Nova line. Of course, the Nova series uses an electrically charged ammunition that can effectively stun a humanoid target. It's not so useful when it comes to critters, but if you need to buy some time or get someone off your back, they'll do the trick. Well, I'd better be. I'm a three-star Navy vet. Firearm expertise comes with the territory. I saw more than my share of action with a gun in my hand. Those days are behind me, though. Now I prefer to stay behind the counter and let other people do the gunslinging. Sure, have a look. Stay safe out there.
Want to challenge your... instincts and hope. Those corporate skills. Ryujin is hiring.
Interested in? Welcome to the Ryujin Industries product store. Looking for a neuroamp? Neuroamps are Ryujin Industries' signature product. They're small pieces of wearable tech that enhance some of the user's brain functions. Some of our best sellers can help with anything from focus and short-term memory to communication and confidence boosting. Of course, they're practically the foundation of what Ryujin was built on. That all depends on what you like to improve. If you're looking for a bit of a diplomatic edge, our Neurocom series is great. The NeuroBoost can help you gain that confidence you need to really stand your ground. And our NeuroTac series, TAC for Tactical, specializes in critical thinking. Sure have. My neuroamp's the reason I got where I am. 6 months ago, I was barely motivated enough to hold a job scrubbing floors as a janitor at Ryujin Tower. But thanks to this nifty little thing, I feel more motivated than ever, and my social skills have really improved. I can talk to customers no problem now. Plus, I haven't lost my keys once since I started wearing it. Some people seem to think so. I say you gotta see it to believe it. Why don't you check out the shop? It's worth browsing even if you aren't looking to buy. Custodian, IT support, security. I've worked plenty of low-level jobs at Ryujin Tower, and did pretty poorly at most of them. I'm sure they would have fired me ages ago if it weren't for Jupiter, the young lady at the front. She keeps pushing management to reassign me instead of letting me go. She's the one who convinced me to try out a neuroamp. I really owe her one. It's completely changed my life. All of Ryujin Industries' latest and greatest neuroamps. Take a look. I'm sure we have something that might suit your needs. Neuroamps mostly, same as always. Bye-bye.
Next technological leap. Let Ryujin Industries help you get there. Fill out an application today to become
Neon security! Stop immediately!
Decisions.
Tayo's not a bad beat.
Believe it. Finally. I've been dreaming of this.
What ship is the most? Me.
Unless I missed my mark, someone as interesting as you doesn't work here. Welcome to the office of the famed spacecraft engineer 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Such as it is. Word of advice? Walk carefully. Dara is in fine form today. It is tough for anyone to live up to her example. Even Dara herself. She pioneered some really dazzling advances in modern spacecraft engineering and design. Things like seamless heat shielding with high-tech composites, to distributing power asynchronously to improve reactor yields. She's an unsung legend in the field, really. We do core spacecraft engineering here. Pure R&D. We're also supposed to be designing daring new customer-facing features. Things to get people revved up about our product lines. So, I see no harm in going for the easy wins. Instead, we focus on always being on the cutting edge. And too often, we come up with nothing. Dara would have us tilt at windmills forever. True, we actually succeed sometimes. And the feeling of that? Nothing like it. But there is no shame in going for the low-hanging fruit, as my professors called it. Oh, dear Lord, don't let Dara hear you say that. Dara is taking a very hard look at thrusters. How they work, how they could improve. Bold stuff, and I must admit, if it bears fruit, well, captains would really benefit from it. But it's so easy to lose yourself chasing rabbits down the rabbit hole. It changes minute by minute. I have 3 doctorates in spacecraft engineering and related fields. I push to be assigned here, and I've learned so much. But the working conditions leave something to be desired. So what we need is copper. We need a small shipment, 500 units of it. Excellent. This invoice has the details. Back to dealing with Dara.
Yes. Welcome to the Tayo R&D department. I am this close to tendering my resignation. The absolutely relentless requirement for features. You cannot rush brilliance, ingenuity. Why, yes, that's right. Maybe this conversation isn't a lost cause. We're a bit on edge. A deadline approaches, and we are well behind. What we do here is explore where poetry meets engineering. When we do it right, the clouds part, and it's like the light of heaven. But the pain we go through to get there, well, it is hell. Absolutely. Even the times we fail, at least we try. Hope Tech ships are little better than flying blocks, and Deimos, armed to the teeth, certainly, but ugh. But when we are at our best, the math just comes together in perfect elegance. It is a battlefield of ideas and math. All the star yards trying to one-up each other. But I've already vented to a complete stranger enough. Hello. I've already said that, didn't I? What? The fancy boy? He has barely learned his letters, and they assign him to me. All he cares about are cheap thrills. A more ergonomic pilot seat? Really? We are building the future here. not cheap meat for press briefings. In other offices, tackling different problems, we have a distributed model of development. Vern and I are working on core research, things that could be applied to all classes of spacecraft. Excellent. I have too many people care. Oh, yes. Goodbye.
Where else is art? Another time, I hope?
I just can't decide.
If you're not here for a ship, best you move along.
You fly Tayo already, right?
Definitely. It's hard for a drink, but 27. So I just...
You ready to change your life? People spend their whole lives dreaming of flying a sleek, sexy spaceship. And I get to make that happen. Tayo brings out the very best in people. Space should be more than just getting from place to place. It should be full of color, excitement, and full of features you never even knew you needed. Tayo ships are like traveling in living art. Yes, that's me. Are you ready to make your dreams come true? The founders of Tayo were visionaries that looked at the star yards around and saw a tremendous opportunity. Neon has a life, a beat of its own, and that excitement, that life, was missing. So they worked on making ships that really sung, had a joy to them, something special. Now Tayo is the jewel of Neon. Fantastic!
You fly a Tayo already, right?
We'll have your shiny new ride ready to go at the
flies
spaceport
like a
if you
dream.
decide to join
But
the
it's
Tayo
27,
family.
so I just missed the engine.
We have the finest ships money can buy.
Sucks. You definitely need that. It's way more fuel efficient.
No ship's
I know.
better in the settled
Now it's
systems.
standard pretty much everywhere.
Take your time, look
But
around.
Tayo had it first. Everyone who's anyone has a Tayo.
Feel so much safer with one of those drone security robots.
Yeah, and the kids are going to love it.
That salesperson was really nervous. Hope he got all our-
Don't cause any trouble.
I've got my eye on you.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
What is it?
I think I found something, but it's sensitive. Do you have time to talk? It's about that special project we're working on for Miss 𝗨𝗠𝗡.
What are you doing? Don't mention that out here. Follow me. Let's talk somewhere more private.
I'm a little busy right now.
A gala at the New Atlantis Free Star Embassy. That'd be a good way to gather intel.
Listen, Immersion and Yuko run a tight ship around here.
Better do this right. I don't want Yuko breathing down my neck about it.
This intel could blow a whole operation out of the water.
Put that back.
Back in the field by next week.
Glad to hear it.
I'll put in a good word for you with Yuko.
Hey, that isn't yours! I'd hate to be on Miss 𝗨𝗠𝗡's bad side. I'd hate to be on Miss Salzo's bad side. My work's time sensitive. I can't chat
I better
now.
do this right. I don't want Yuko breathing down my neck about it.
I hate to be on Miss Salzo's bad side.
Welcome. If you need help, try asking Lane at the front desk. If you're looking for Imogene's office, it's down the hall.
Don't cause any trouble.
I hope you're more prepared than the last one. Have a seat.
Just waiting for more info. As my next assignment can't start soon enough. I hope I can wrap up this next assignment quick. The Razor Ball tournament?
You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for? We're on a strict schedule. I just want to make sure this impromptu meeting is properly tracked. I doubt that. I check my schedule regularly, and this conversation was not on the budget. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure. Ms. Yuko Serrano? Senior Operations Specialist at Ryujin Industries? She's one of the heads of the department you're standing in.
Special project we're working on for Miss Salzo?
What are you doing? Don't mention that out here. Follow me, let's talk something private.
You may have a point. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion. We're each assigned shifts to assist operatives, ensuring coverage at all hours. Personally, I like to keep my circadian rhythms intact, early to rise, early to bed, as nature intended. I'm not at liberty to say. I will remind you of another common phrase: loose lips sink ships. So, be cautious around the office and discuss intel at your peril. Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebbside and the underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me. Pre-assignment intel for one of our operatives. The contents themselves aren't too sensitive, so if you're thinking of betraying me, they aren't worth much as leverage. My sloppiness is simply an embarrassment that I'd like to correct. It's not a matter of trust, but one of time. I have little to spare. You do not. Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time. Perhaps I can best explain with an analogy. There is an aquatic species on Volai Epsilon, which, by cruel irony or test of metal, hatches on dry land. Only 1 in 10,000 make it to adulthood. Most are eaten, some simply die in the crawl to the ocean. Meanwhile, there is a similar species that is born in the water itself. They never make this journey and thus never know its hardship. Which begs the question, is that fair? In the natural world, I'd agree, but here, we can make a change. I know what you're thinking, and I am not what you'd call a bleeding heart. Moreover, I find the underbelly filthy and unsanitary. But I also believe in equity. I am well aware that my life came with a head start. So I try my best to balance the equation and bring the hatchlings to the water. The smells alone would back up your statement, and I do mean smells, plural. But as much as I dislike the underbelly, I will say this. It is a welcome change of pace. When you spend all day keeping secrets, a burden is placed on one's conscience. The time I spend volunteering sheds some of that weight. Contractually, yes, but I'd rather avoid the embarrassment. Normally, I do a good job of setting boundaries between work and life. This incident is an exception. Until next time.
All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm 𝗕𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗏𝗡, Senior Operations Specialist here at 𝗕𝗠𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗏 Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart, Yuko, is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently, our algorithm has failed us and believes you to be a decent match, which I'll take up with our technicians later. So, let's get this over with. Why do you want to work for 𝗕𝗠𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗏 Industries? It's always nice to see the local residents take an interest in us. This next one should be interesting, considering you marked having 0 experience. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this? Ah, negotiation. Now there's a true corporate skill, and one that can take you further than most. Of course, it helps having knowledge about the business you're working for, but I trust you'd be a fast learner. How motivated are you to succeed? All in, huh? At least that's an attitude we can work with here. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in? Those negotiation skills are a pretty good advantage, but it's going to take a lot more to reach the top around here. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for 𝗕𝗠𝗠𝗡𝗏, and you should get served right away.
I hate being stuck in the office.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Immersion and Yuko run a tight ship around here.
Do you have time to talk? It's about that special project we're working on from 𝗨𝗦𝗘𝗏𝗧.
You're welcome to tour the office, but please don't disturb the employees. Hello there. Thanks for visiting the drone offices at Ryujin Tower. Can I help you find something? Oh, by the way, I'm Bobby. Robert. Sorry, I should have introduced myself when you walked up. I'm still adjusting to this whole office manager thing. Yeah. First week. Yeah, likewise. Thanks for stopping by today. Anyway, take a look around the office if you want. It's open to the public. Everybody's pretty busy, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't disturb them too much. Oh, and thank you for visiting Ryujin Tower. Enjoy your day. Robots. Mainly industrial models for helping out on ships and at spaceports. Maybe you've seen our most popular line, the mini-bots? We have models on display throughout the office. Feel free to have a look. I hate to say it, but your guess is as good as mine. The rumor is the caps are just a marketing tactic. Catch attention, get people talking. Guess it works. Yeah, I'll say. This wasn't even the job they hired me for. I was supposed to be working at Tranquility across the hall as an administrative assistant. It's just my luck that after I'd been in training for a measly 2 weeks, the office admin for Drone had to go and retire. It was totally unexpected. Apparently, he went up to the executive floor one day and never came back to his desk. We were told he quit and just walked out. Oh, yeah. I used to be an office manager for my old job, but that position wasn't customer-facing. I applied for the admin assistant because the pay was almost just as good and it'd be a hell of a lot less stress. Guess that plan backfired. Yeah, I do. I think he retired out of the blue after 10 years and left me to clean up his mess. That jerk didn't even write down his computer's password. IT was down here for hours the other day trying to get me access. You'd think something like that should only take a few minutes. No, not really. I mean, Have you been to the Tranquility office? The whole place smells like a warm cup of tea, and the staff is beyond friendly. Everybody at Drone is so serious, you barely even get a good morning out of most of the employees here. Oh, really? Thanks for the vote of confidence. I needed it. Have a nice day.
My kids would get a kick out of all these robots.
Robert, can we talk about the rollout for the next generation Model 8?
Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to talk about this.
I don't need any proprietary information. I'm just wondering if we'll get a heads up if Hope Tech plans to.
Our newest model should be in use at the Neon Spaceport soon.
Oh, damn.
Busy.
Close to quitting time.
The bosses don't appreciate how hard we all work down here.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Working a drone seems like a tough gig.
I'm gonna check out the drone showroom next.
Model A's are truly the perfect robot. Lunar robotics, way ahead of their time.
Enjoy your visit. Hello, my name's Christine. I'm the office manager here. What brings you in today? Tranquility is a fairly new addition to the Ryujin family, so marketing really wanted to push our public availability. Being able to discuss our blends and processes face-to-face with our customers has really improved our brand awareness. I can't blame you. I'm an avid tea drinker myself. There's nothing like a cup of our Sunray tea to put a spring in your step on a rainy neon day. If you'd like to learn more about how our teas are made, you should speak with our blend master. Her name's Nancy. You'll find her in our office just behind you. And thanks for stopping by. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your visit more comfortable. I don't know too much about the history, only that the founding CEO, 𝗕𝗘𝗜𝗚, still holds their position today. I heard one of Ryujin's board of directors stumbled upon the original shop while on vacation and was instantly in love. Next thing they knew, Sari's small family business was part of a multi-billion credit corporation. Oh no, we're just a satellite office here at Ryujin Tower. Since we're a young addition to the corporate family, marketing and finance both thought it'd be beneficial to have a physical presence. So far, it's been really useful for our rapidly growing business. I do, yes. Living in Neon is a dream come true for me, and this job is the icing on the cake. Tranquility takes excellent care of its employees. No, I'm not. I grew up in Aquila City. I always wanted to live near the ocean, so Volii Alpha seemed like the perfect place to move when I was old enough. Of course, back then I didn't realize the whole planet was ocean with zero sunshine. But there's just something about Neon, you know? This city flourishes against the odds, and that's what I love about it now. Oh, it certainly does. While Ryujin allows its subsidiaries a certain amount of independence, some policies are enforced. I heard the CEO is big on morale and personal investment, so she promotes competitive wages, ample time off, and continued education. It was a pleasure talking with you.
The woman who runs the
First lesson for the kids will be
show.
that drone robots aren't toys.
I feel blessed to work in a place that makes me happy.
Ah, it always smells so nice in here.
I start every day with a cup of our dynastic blend.
I've got my eye on you.
Hello. Welcome to the office.
This is easily the most relaxing job I've ever had. Security's even tighter up here.
Let me know if you have any questions about our current teas. There's nothing like... I'm responsible for monitoring our product's quality to make sure every cup of tea that we deliver is perfect. I'm also the lucky soul who gets to come up with new blends for Tranquility to produce and sell. It's the best part of my job. Are you looking to buy any tea today? I'm happy to make a recommendation. Oh, it is difficult to pick. I think I'm the most proud of the Dynastic Blend green tea. The flavor profile is elegant and refined without any of the bitterness and... Oh gosh, listen to me going on. I'll spare you and stop there. Oh, well, our lemon tea is excellent for sore throats. My daughter tells me it helps with headaches too. I'd recommend our Sunray tea, our Dynastic Blend, or our black teas. Our office administrator swears by the Sunray tea. She insists it's better than Terra Brew for a jolt of energy in the morning. I'd recommend our chamomile, lotus, and easy sleep teas. My husband drinks a cup of easy sleep every night, and it's worked wonders for his insomnia. Thanks for visiting.
Got my eye on you.
Welcome to Ryujin Industries. Can I help you? I got the memo from Immersion to add you to the system. So it sounds like congratulations are in order. You must have really nailed that interview. We all start somewhere. Be thankful it's not a personal errand. My first day, Camden had me arrange an entire anniversary party for him and his partner. It was nothing short of incredible, of course, but talk about pressure. Anyway, just wanted to welcome you to the dysfunctional family. If you have any questions, you tell me. I'm bored out of my mind. Well, besides brightening everyone's day with my presence, I mostly support the management staff. Setting meetings, travel arrangements, and then a slew of menial tasks that no one else wants to do. Credits, collections for birthdays, HR policy reminders, you know. all that fun stuff. Oh, little old me? Well, I hardly know where to begin. Club circuit when I'm feeling social, people watching when I'm not. Rooftop roaming if you want to get away from the crowds. But when I really want a little me time, I just lock myself up in my apartment and blast Borealis's latest mix. The neighbors hate it, but for me, it's as therapeutic as it gets. Oh heavens, no. I don't risk my life for anything except my signed Borealis music collection. Yuko's tried to get me to be a technician, but that's a whole different pressure. Mistakes on that team affect Ryujin's bottom line. Or worse, put a field op's life at risk. Hard pass. I just had my 6-year anniversary. If anyone told me I'd be holding a job that long when I first got here, I would have laughed in their face. I had all the dreams of leading that neon party life, but I learned pretty early on I'm a creature of safety and comfort. Now, I live vicariously through everyone here. All the drama, none of the risk. New Atlantis, believe it or not, home to the UC and more restrictions than you can count. Yeah, obviously not for me. I ran away to Neon as soon as I had the creds to hitch a ride. Don't do me any favors. Nice chat, though. One of those types.
Here. Follow me. Let's talk somewhere more private.
Welcome. Please make yourself at home in the lobby. What started out as a small ship tech company has grown to encompass spacecraft design, robotics, and most of all, neuroamps. Almost 3 years. I can't believe it's been that long. My first day feels like yesterday. I'm a legacy, so to speak. Both my parents work here. My dad's the administrative assistant to some of the execs, and my mom works at 𝗕𝗘𝗚𝗕𝗗. My dad helped me get this job after I finished an administrative training program a few years ago. I like working close to my family. I do. It suits me. I like talking to people and watching the day-to-day in the lobby. Plus, working here is one of the steadiest jobs you can find in Neon. I do. It's... Alright. Please let me... Oh, neuroamps? Aito Suzuki runs the Ryujin store. He can tell you everything. Thank you for visiting Ryujin Tower.
Hope you stick with us. Not... Oh, guess we're done here.
We should go see a basketball game sometime.
Right now.
It's taking so long.
Hi.
Hey, if you hear about any entry-level job openings, let me know. I've been trying to find an office job, but all of them require like 5 years of experience. Well, I went to school for business, but it's not like I remember any of it. In my last interview, the recruiter asked me what I thought about Keynesian economics. I asked her, which planet is Keynesian on again? And she just looked at me and cringed. I don't blame her. 𝗕𝗘𝗜𝗚 and 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗓, but I haven't heard back, and that's threatening to cut off the cred spigot. That's exactly why I haven't applied there. Way too much competition. To be honest, I don't really know what I want. I just know that if I don't find something soon, my parents won't just disown me. They'll have me stripped for parts. 𝗕𝗘𝗜𝗚. But I need the credits now. And even if I do get hired, who knows when that first paycheck comes in. Good luck out there.
Hi there. Welcome to Certainly. Please take your time.
Pardon.
In the galaxy. 𝗕𝗘𝗓. Enjoy a cup. Right
Yes.
now.
Hello, and welcome to Certainly. Please take your time.
I just think I need to go all in. I don't want to waste my time struggling to get to middle management.
Hi there. Corporate policy. Thanks for choosing 𝗕𝗘𝗓𝗚. What can I... Hello, and welcome to Certainly. Please take your time. Hello, and welcome to 𝗕𝗘𝗓𝗚. Corporate policy requires me. Thanks for choosing 𝗕𝗘𝗓𝗚. Certainly.
Hi there. Well,
Certainly.
Best coffee. And anywhere in the galaxy. Terra Brew. Enjoy a cup. Right now.
I don't think this day could get any better. I don't even notice the gangs anymore. They're just part of the decor.
Like furniture.
Need a pick-me-up? At Terra Brew, we've got you covered.
thanks for choosing.
Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors, all brewed using the secret techniques of ancient refined air above the scum and spice.
I'm telling you, I would kill to be able to afford a trident.
Best. We are the
Flew up to the star. Will you marry me?
That is so romantic.
It was absolutely.
I'm applying for a job at Hope. I don't know.
Hint, Chief. Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a half-eaten chunk. And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets. But that won't happen with this slate. It's like wind-resistant. I do. I write them on napkins you get from the eateries, and I use sauce packets for ink. It's not a perfect system, but it's pretty damn close. That would mean I don't have to start over. All right, deal. I lost them near the employee break area. Look for any papers near the ground, the tables, maybe even the roof. You find all 3 spreadsheets, and I'll give you the slate. Hey, it's my favorite. Wow, that's real class of you, Chief. A+ stuff. Now I can get my books sorted, executive style. As promised, your slate. Tell your techie friend I didn't peek inside. And even if I did, I don't know what half of it says anyway.
My brother works at Strada. He said Deimos is going out of business. Too bad I can't squeeze any blood out.
Need a pick-me-up? Behold, for marriage. Here at Strada. Hey there, intrepid explorer.
There's always work to be done. Well done. It seems assigning you to this task was time well spent. And as I said when we met, time is money. Hopefully these credits will serve as adequate compensation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an operative to debrief.
I know it's not the most glamorous of tasks. Yuko is our senior technician specialist. I suppose you can say she's my equivalent. I oversee the field operatives such as yourself, while she oversees the technicians here in the office. Yuko's team is vital. They're the ones that get the data, monitor surveillance, all that less glamorous work that we base your assignments on. You've never been. It's just down the main walkway. Just go past the main spaceport terminal as if you're heading toward the trade tower. It'll be on your left. Just keep an eye out for their signature orange chairs. You can't miss it. We all start somewhere. Think of it as a matter of convenience for today. You're right here, and I need a coffee order picked up. Otherwise, believe me, we have enough people that easily volunteer for the task. I'm sure they'd think it's a way to get noticed or stay relevant. See you soon.
Don't cause any trouble.
This intel could blow a whole operation up to the
It'll be nice having... Whoever said, no news is good. Okay...
Satisfy your cravings and your curiosity. Adventures from the mundane to the
Hill for a cup of coffee, right?
You deserve the best. Right now.
What's that again? It's on my tongue.
Need a pick-me-up?
Look at
At
me.
Brew, we've got you covered. Morning, noon,
Howdy.
or night. Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors.
Hi there. Welcome. Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that promotion?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen, just to get replaced by this nobody? You don't even know your own boss's boss? Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead. Like, who knows? I looked at someone wrong. The coffee wasn't hot. They didn't even have the decency to tell me. They just had security escort me out of the building, like some criminal. Hearing that ad should have been the first sign they were gonna get rid of me. I bet 𝗠𝗓𝗏 was just waiting for the moment to hire you. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me. You don't just get to learn all the ins and outs of Ryujin operations and then just walk away. Even worse, I got fired. They don't let that kind of knowledge run around in the head of disgruntled employees. It's just a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. You want to talk? I'll tell you what. You get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind and I'll walk away. Fail? And I think you know where this is headed. I've got no sympathy for the likes of you. You act like you're better than me. You're not. I suppose the timing could just be a coincidence. Look, at some point, 𝗠𝗓𝗏 really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down. Let's just say Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again. Okay, and when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me, like I listen to you. You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
Need a pick-me-up? At Terra Brew, we've got you covered. Morning, noon, or night.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them. Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming. Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayu. You know, the ferryman that runs Neon? They're practically untouchable around here. Just getting in with them, you're setting yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't get fired first, of course. Are you serious? That's the most excitement I've had in months. I feel like I should be thanking you. Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
Training to ensure you receive the best coffee anywhere in the galaxy. Terra Brew.
My boss says that
Emporium. Neon's premier seller of sophistication. Hey there.
Everything you've heard is true. The Grand is the only place.
Neat. It'll be nice having a new face. Oh, you know, same old, same old. Doing my best to mind everybody's business. Okay.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup? Good answer. and the one I was hoping for since we learned of the incident before your return. Your handling of the Tomo situation has caught some attention, and we'd like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right? No more coffee errands, but depending on how you look at it, the word errands technically still applies. Let me explain. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far? In any case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see. Well, it depends on the job, really. If someone can't be persuaded with words, perhaps a more forceful approach is necessary. You're basically removing obstacles from the equation. Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge. Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but 𝗕𝗓𝗏 it is. For the past 5 years, Tranquility is a recent acquisition and we've only just begun to develop the brand. You may have seen how several vendors carry the product now. Another tea lover to join the ranks. Christine would love to meet you. Tea talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often. Yes, mistakes are often costly and involve substantial cleanup, both literally and figuratively. Law enforcement, witnesses, evidence, everything has its cost. We'll see. We've yet to have an operative with a perfect record. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, Head of Marketing and Public Relations. Having a brand following definitely has its perks, but it's the others we like to focus on. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be? Cleanup, of course. Journalists are pretty quick at putting 2 and 2 together. And I get the pleasure of making sure those connections are never made. Or, if they are, handling the fallout. Yeah, that's what they all say. Just know that one screw-up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you. That depends on your actions going forward. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator 𝗕𝗘𝗚 and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. For one, our connections with 𝗕𝗚 automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our strongest connection is local, with Ranger Price. He's the Freestar Ranger stationed here on Neon, and much to my dismay, my son. He could have been an amazing lawyer or businessman. But instead, he's chosen to waste his talents to protect the people of the Freestar Collective. Good. Then we should get along just fine.
So, fetching coffee one minute, and junior operative the next. Camden Cho, supply chain manager for 𝗠𝗓𝗏. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around. I have the glorious job of keeping all the departments supplied with exactly what they need. Anything from rare materials for R&D to slates and design software for marketing. You could say I'm the one aspect of operations that keeps this department legit. Ah, so she remembered. Not that I expect much out of 𝗕𝗓𝗏 coffee, but hey, I suspected their grinder was on its last leg. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions. I get your point, but if anything, take comfort in knowing that you're the one deciding the methods behind your assignments. Not only that, but corporate espionage is the norm. Ryujin just handles it better than most. Competitor operatives have done far worse to accomplish less. Well, neuroamps for one. They aid in mental illness, confidence boosting, and focus. Drone robots for maintenance and security, tranquility for relaxation, Arbron for protection. Your work only helps us improve and expand upon these products that so many people love and benefit from. Please do. It's easy to get wrapped up in the bad if that's all you see. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
My next assignment can't start soon enough.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job. I can only imagine. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We have reason to believe that our friends at 𝗕𝗘𝗏 are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. Hardly. This is the standard run-of-the-mill tactic we've come to expect from them. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. Think of it as a lesson that 𝗕𝗘𝗏 gets to learn the hard way. That's up for you to determine. Think of it as the creative aspect of your job. There's always more than one way to get a job done around here. I should hope so, considering this is your job, not a favor. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
Hey there. Just the usual. Keeping the eyes and ears open and pestering.
gangs can keep from killing each other.
Saburo, thank you again for your help. Yeah. I sent along the credits to my father and convinced him to excuse all of the late penalties. He was a bit more reasonable about it than I expected. As for Saburo and I, we're working closer than ever before. On a plan together. For his business. To get it back on track, I mean, he really is a lovely man. Probably one of the most honest in this godforsaken city. It'll be my pleasure to help him get back on his feet. Tough city. You watch yourself out there.
If my shift goes long again, my girl's gonna kill me.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet.
Don't you have something better to do?
Look in the mirror and wish you could see another version. The ride rating of only 16%. We have everything you
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more supporting evidence. Imogene's a stickler for details.
Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report?
It's anxiety-inducing.
I know what you mean, but that's your...
A fair question. We may have plenty of eyes and ears out there, but I'm still going to need an answer. Not a single setback. Huh. I knew you were going to be perfect for this job. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews. You get my drift. The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand. And I hope it stays that way. In the meantime, I'll make sure that Slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light cyber mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing. And I'd argue that arts and crafts is exactly what we do here, just on a much higher level. One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company. We want a clean and careful job. Obviously, we don't want any bad press at this point, or we could lose the deal. I don't want to hear any news about bounties or bodies coming out of Aquila City. The inspection will be similar to an audit. These things are usually pretty thorough. Filing cabinets, desks. I trust you can be smart about it. Oh, the best part is we don't even have to fabricate this information. We're just exposing what Laredo would rather keep hidden. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light on our friends at Laredo. Now, get going.
I heard about your run-in with Tomo.